welcome back to our show. Once again, my name is Mrs. Augustina Anyanwutina. Help me welcome my friend.
Glorynezemma. Welcome back to our Sweet Home Africa. Once again, it's a pleasure to have you as our viewer. Alright, we have another great topic today.
Alright.
Very good. So our topic today is privatization of public assets. I know it's such a long word and people will be wondering, what is she saying? Alright, I'll repeat the topic. Privatization of public assets.
In
Africa. Exactly.
That's right.
Because I know a lot of us have complained so much about people in the government, how they are misusing the funds and everything. And then we realize that most of the things that the government are doing, these are things that actually, they're confiscating things that belong to the public. So that's why we picked up this topic. So my friend and I will look into it and see how our government have been privatizing most of the things that are meant for the public. And that's why a lot of people are suffering in Africa. So my dear friend.
My dear.
You grew up there?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So what are some of the things that we have seen the government, privatize? That, growing up in Africa, things that we have really seen them do. And these are things that we know that it's not for the government. It's supposed to be for the public, but they have kept it for their own use. So I think we'll go one by one actually. Let's go with the police.
With the police?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
In Africa as a whole, as a continent, you got to excuse me so that I can bring it a little bit closer to my own country. Okay. Because I have not traveled around Africa, so I cannot generalize this one. When it comes to police, we know Nigerian police, you all are the greatest. But what I don't understand going on is when people get in politics, or when they get in the so-called government, I know government is for everybody, when they get there, get a little money, or even some bosses in a company, and you see them, they will either they hire Nigerian police for their own use, and you will see them going with security people. You see them every time, even the poor people you're driving on the way or whatever, their siren, everything, you got to get out of the way. Even to an extent, did you hear that there was a reverend father that was whipped one time because Nigerian police think somebody have to, jump over the leg in order for them to pass. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is the government, I don't know if it's from the federal, because I know it's Nigerian police. That means it has something to do with the federal. So what I want somebody maybe in comments or whatever that know better on this issue, why Nigerian police are now privatized to an extent. When you are in the government, your daughter going to school, your wife, even your grandmother at home, your own very self, you will have 4 policemen all by yourself. I don't know if that's where they're doing their job or protecting the public, or they are now assigned to individual people to be their bodyguard instead of being the police people. That's what I can say about when it comes to the police and the government.
Thank you. I like what you said, because actually when you look at it, the police people are serving more like escorts. So that means they're escorting individuals.
Yeah.
And these are people that are in government. Because actually what the police officer is supposed to do is to enforce law, with the public, and be out there when you need them. But it looks like in Africa, one of the reasons that we can't find police people all over the place when you need them, especially when you have an emergency, is because they have been privatized. So they live in people's houses. People hire them as private.
Wherever they're going.
Exactly.
Even to the restaurant. They'll be there standing, watching the car.
Exactly.
So.
But there's one thing that I understood from what is going on with privatizing the police officers.
Okay.
It's because most of the time, you see, when they embezzle fund, when people in the government embezzle fund, they know that the public will be, upset with them. So their life is at risk. So in that case, what they do is I call it stealing. When you steal from the public, you also take people to protect you because you're afraid of the public. But in the Western world, most of the time, you see there are people in the government that will come out to the public, they greet people, they walk around everywhere on the street. Our own people, they're so afraid to come out because they don't do the right thing.
They're not doing the right
All right,
thing.
so after the police officers, let's go to land. A lot of people in politics, they have taken over people's land and they snatch it. Once again, I call it stealing. They take the land, and these are land that are meant for the public. Either supposed to be used for, you know, development and everything. Once people get into the government, they confiscate those lands. Did you see those too?
My dear was a victim of that.
Okay.
Because from my state, which is Owerri, there was a former governor that was there. We bought the land to at least so that we can come back home to build up 2 plots of land. And we did the little dwarf, whatever they call it, fencing. We did it. So this man gave order to take the land there, not even to say, can you sell it back to me, which will be, of course, no, because we just bought it. The area, more than an acres of land there. This man want to take it, he got a name for it. So even this thing is all over the place. Some of them will take it and they'll start giving the staff that work with them government land. Government don't have the land.
Thank you.
Back home, individuals own their land. That's where they plant, because government don't provide health care for them. Government literally, they don't take care of their older citizens. They literally don't do that much. So most of them, when they, you know, when they get to a certain age, they depend on their land, at least to plant things, to build a house or do whatever they want to do. But some greedy politicians, once they get there, they think they have all the right to go and take somebody else's land. It's not one individual. They will just go every local government. They will go there. They take the land everywhere they go. Take the land, and so a little bit nice ones will share with some of the staffs around there, knowing fully well that this land is what the individuals in the villages, local areas that don't have any other source of income, that's all they have. They farm, they do what they want. Some of them sell it for a little money. At the end of the year, they get their land back. You just came and took it. To me, like you said, that's robbery.
It's robbery.
That's robbery, using the name of the government, using the office that you're holding to go and take individuals, the individuals people's land. You should not do that, because to me it is robbery. It is robbery with that position you have. That position shouldn't be a position that would oppress people. It should be a position that when you get it, the poor will rejoice, instead of you taking from the poor to add to what you have. My dear, I don't know.
Thank you so much.
I'm a little bit upset because I was affected.
Okay. Exactly, because I have a reason to be upset. Because when you look at it, most of our people complain about what the Westerners did in Africa. We talk about, oh, they came over there, they exploited us, they did this and they did this, and they subjected us to so much poverty. But what you're doing, if you're in the government and you're taking people's land, you're doing the same thing that you're accusing of Westerners of doing. Because you're traveling the same road that they traveled. You're taking things that do not belong to you, and they belong to the public. So in that case, what are you doing? You're subjecting them to more poverty because they don't have any other means of income except to just plant something.
That's right, and they don't have a plan for the older citizens.
Exactly.
Because it's not like you're going to take them in a nursing home. It's not like you're going to be giving them, because over here they have, some have social security, some have retirement. They have things for their people, but you just want to go snatch the little one they have. And then you think that's not the way to go.
Exactly.
That's it. If you're doing that, you need to come out of it. If you have already taken people's land, please, it's not late. Go give it back to them. People are crying. People are dying of hunger. Please, give it back to them.
All right, I know, it's very disheartening actually. All right, so let's go back to another public asset.
Okay.
A lot of countries in Africa have mineral resources, which we know. There's some countries that have gold, there's some that have diamond, and there's some that have oil. And unfortunately, these things belong to the countries. and belong to the people, especially in the villages, like the people, the indigenous of those lands supposed to benefit from it. And you are in the government position. You go over there, when they're mining diamond, what you do, you confiscate the diamond and then you sell it to the Westerners. It becomes your private asset. So what you're doing when you look at it, once again, let's call a spade a spade. You are robbing the people. You are an armed robber, because sometimes some of you have people in the military that guard those mining places, guard every places that they refine oil. You have armies there, and they have guns, and they're guarding so that nobody else will get in there except you, that will get there and then steal it and send it out. So what have you done? You have robbed, and you're an armed robber because you have people there that are guarding with guns. So you're robbing your country. So my dear friend.
My dear, what you said now, you know, I'm thinking about it. It's not only that they're robbing the people. If you sell it and bring the money, you can fix the road, you can give everybody free education, you take care of the older citizens, you use it to rehabilitate the area. So we know that you're doing it for the good of the nation or wherever nation you come from. You know that individuals are benefiting. But if you sell all those things and you keep the money to yourself, you take the money and go put it in a foreign account, you are a criminal.
That's true.
And then you shouldn't be deceiving yourself. You need to get out of the office without somebody asking you to resign. Look at the oil.
Yes.
Even Nigeria as a whole, we don't even have light. How do we get light? For donkey years, when I was a baby, till now, we say, oh, NEPA. Who is these people working in NEPA that don't have conscience? Who are they? They're getting paid. And people don't have light. Even during that pandemic, they don't have light. And then not only that, wherever the oil is coming from, the roads are so bad, the indigents there don't have a job, and you are taking the money. You get in your compound, you're happy. You think you sleep at night. That shouldn't happen, because we should be our brother's keeper. What hurts your brother should be hurting you, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. Please, if you indulge in that in the name of being a president or being a governor or being a senator, whatever you are, please, you need to stop. We need to revive Africa. We need to revive Africa. Your people are dying outside. Have a heart, because people want to come back. Because we look at it, we don't have it. Everything go. If you're not in the politics, you don't have nothing. No matter your educational level, no matter what you did in school, you can study till daybreak, unless you're in politics. So please, let's revive Africa as a whole. My dear?
My dear, you know, actually the area that I'm going into is, and you know, let me talk to the politicians a little bit. Because I know many of you travel to the Western world, and you come over here and you see how they live comfortably, their roads are good and everything. And then you go back to Africa, and you go straight into your house, because maybe your house is the mansion, every other place is, you know, it's not that great.
That's right.
How do you feel at night? Do you feel that you're doing a good job? Because when you look at it actually, the world is laughing at us. Let's call a spade a spade. A spade. They are laughing at us. Because you come over here, you stay in the best hotel, you do everything, and then you go back there, your people are suffering. All right, but look at your friends, the Westerners, what they do. When they are in wherever position that they are in the government, they do their best to make a difference in their community, to do something even in their, you know, in their local places, so that at least when they leave the office, they will say, this is what we have done. But unfortunately,
yes,
a lot of politicians in Africa, what they do sometimes, they acquire the money. Once again, they send their children overseas, they send their wives overseas, they travel to Dubai, they go everywhere, they buy this and they buy this and they buy this. And when they are dead, everything that they have acquired will be gone. That means you did not preserve your wealth because you did not get it the normal way. So I'm pleading with all of you. We have suffered so much in Africa, especially with the mineral resources. I know this is just a little bit of it that we just mentioned here, because later, maybe other episodes will go deeper. Africa is so rich.
That's right. Blessed country.
we have,
very, very blessed
you know,
country.
whatever, I call it a paradise actually. It's a paradise.
That's
because
right.
we have all the mineral resources that you can think of. But all of you are there, and you're in the government, and you're allowing people to come in to exploit your people at this time in age, when many, many years ago we read in history that it was done. And then many of us are crying that they came and exploited us. And now that you are in a good position to stop what is going on now, you are even helping them to exploit us. All right, so there's no difference between you and the Westerners that are exploiting. So look at yourself as a criminal. And please, we're asking, sit down and think of what you're doing. If you're sending people to jail, young people to jail because you see them robbing people and you think that you are innocent, you are doing the same thing that they're doing, but you're doing your own in a larger scale. So stop what you're doing so that we can rebuild Africa, because we have what it takes in Africa to rebuild Africa.
And you look at it, those young ones you're sending to the jail, they finish school, there's no job. Some of them don't want to do it, but they got to eat. It's because of you too that they are robbing whoever they're robbing. It's because of you they're doing 419. It's because of you most kidnapping are happening. If you give everybody what belongs to them, let the country breathe. Just do something because you have the fund instead of stacking it. I shed tears when I saw the last news on CNN. Some human being pack money, dollar bill, and naira, pack pounds. Where are you going with them? Do we have conscience? You can feed a whole lot of people. You can people do roads. You can do what you want to do with it so that your name will go in the history. Do the road and put your name on it. But as you know, that wasn't her money or his money. But he just want to steal it. Did he do that all by himself? No, he got help.
Exactly.
But you want to put a poor person in jail because they go and rob somebody? That wasn't fair. We just have to think before we do things, because everybody have blood in it. And, you know, you got to do the right thing. That's the name of the game. And, you know, the indigents too, they got to stop voting criminals to whatever. I know election is election. Those election promises, as you made all those promises, you don't keep them. Ask your conscience what you're doing. You can say it's all about politics. No, it's not all about politics. Your word should be your bond.
Thank you so much, my friend. All right, so we're going to round up because I know a lot of people in politics, most of them are older. And they'll be like, all right, well, they don't have so many years to live. But I just have to let you know this. If you don't do the right thing at this time, you're going to put your children into more bondage because they will continue to suffer. As long as people are suffering in Africa, when you're dead and gone, your children and your grandchildren will also suffer. So I think it's your point of view. I mean, you should do your best at this time while you're still healthy and alive, while you're still holding African money, to invest it in Africa, build things that will help the people, because when you're helping the people, you're also helping your generation. So that when you're dead and gone, Africa will be good for your, you know, your offspring. So that's our point today. My friend, I don't know if you have more things to say.
Yeah, I'm going back to the government too. I know that's those that we are focusing on today. And when you want to go borrow money from anywhere, you want to go borrow money in the name of a nation. You want to build airways, you want to build airports, you want to make good roads, you want to build a stream or whatever your point is. Please, make sure you read the fine print. We cannot go back 50 or 60 years back. We cannot do that. Please, learn from other Africans. We did it before. I say go to Kenya and see Kenya borrowed and they were unable to pay back. And see the China police is even there now, parading back and forth. So please, we have to utilize what we have, because God gave us things that is sufficient for our country, our continent. We have it. We need to stop borrowing. We are big and grown now. We got to stop borrowing. Maybe we borrowed before, we don't know. But right now, if we utilize all the mineral resources, everything we have, in our country, we have no business borrowing. People have to come and borrow from us. Let's think about it. Why are we borrowing all the time? Why can other people come and borrow from us? We have good weather. God bless us with that. We have mineral resources. God bless us with that. Those people you're borrowing from, most of them are just scientists. And they will come to your place to get all those herbs. And then they will use it. And then you run back and go buy high blood pressure pill from them. You order this, you order that. Every equipment you order from there. Can we think? Let's figure out how to use what we have in our own continent, in our own countries, to make the people wealthy, to develop our own area, to develop our neighborhood, to develop our cities and states and the federal nationwide. And then the continent will be okay. We got to stop mortgaging our life. We got to stop mortgaging our children's life. This is no more funny. You cannot be in the house. If you are Minister of Finance, then you think the only thing you can do is to go sign a contract that you will not pay before you get out of the office. Please think twice. My friend, please run this up because it looks like I'm getting too personal.
Exactly. All right, so let me round this up actually. Our politicians. Once again, I am pleading with you. Do not let people laugh at us. We are smarter than what people think. Can you prove to the outside world that Africans are smart? Because if they are going through you to exploit the country, they are looking at you as if you are foolish yourself. Because if you can sell your brother and sell your sister and sell your country just to make money, the people that you're dealing with, the ones that are helping you to exploit Africa, they're looking at you as if you are just someone that they can manipulate. That's right. So think twice when you exploit your own people, think twice when you exploit your country, and think twice when you exploit Africa. Do not help others to exploit Africa. That's right. All right, so that's all we have today.
That's right.
And thank you so much for watching us at our Sweet Home Africa, where we address issues about Africa to see how we can build our nation so that we can reclaim our position in history. May God bless you for watching us, and watch us again next week. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and do not forget to subscribe, all right? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Pass this around. We just wanted to get to those that are, those that can make more changes around whatever, within whatever they do. So please don't be stingy with it. God bless you. We appreciate each and every one of you. And as you watch us, God bless you. All right? Bye. Watch us.